Hello everyone, we're back of Trails Through Daybreak. Last time, we started the intermission, which I did not recognize throughout the entire recording last time, but hey, I at least realized it afterwards. And yeah, as we do with every chapter, we're starting the second episode of said chapter from the title screen. And interestingly enough, it is a van. It's a van in frickin' Monmouth down there. You can see Vic. Wait, is that Victor? That might just be some random person, but you can at least see Paula. It's interesting that it's van though this time, because that does kind of make me feel like it's, I brought up the idea that it could end up being, we could end up getting some lore on Van. Because Van is a, what do you call it? They mentioned the Conlone Mountains or whatever. So it seems likely that he could end up finally getting some focus. And even if he doesn't, I like that they're having him be like the person on the title screen for the intermission. Because first of all, it's nice because they have like all these location-based ones showing off a character from each location, which that is real nice. But also the fact that we didn't get one for Van, so it's nice to go back in time and get that. Anyways, at the end of last time, I said I was going to trim down the NPCs, and I have certainly done that. To an extent, but there's also a lot that I felt like I could voice, so that's why we're here. Let's start it off, shall we? Oh wow, you're a teacher at Artemis? That's incredible. Oh, it's really no big deal. My career's only just getting started, even though I'm in my 30s. Your students are in good hands, I bet, with a teacher like you. I must say, you've piqued my interest, my fair lady. What do you do when a particularly naughty student misbehaves? How do you rein them in? Oh, well, I teach PE, so it's mostly just physical stuff. I call them out and have them do 30 laps around the grounds. But I've always got my trusty wooden sword on hand, too, as long as I don't go totally corporal on there. What? Oh. Oh, no. No, I've done it! Should have kept my stupid mouth shut! What's Miss Sonia doing here? Single and mingling, if I had to guess. Looks like it ain't going so hot, though. A wooden sword? Did I hear that right? I'm dead! I am slain! 3 months biding my time for a hot date, and I blew it! And you smite me! Oh, God. You know, for some of these conversations, when I'm doing my NPC rounds off camera, I have to kind of like dip my toes into some conversations and kind of get an idea for the vibe. So some of the conversations I kind of see beforehand. That was one of them. I saw like the setup for it. I think I read up to like, what was it? Even though I'm in my 30s. Yeah, I read up to like here, and then I just kind of stopped, and I'm just like, all right, no, this is probably an interesting one. I'm gonna cut it here. And then what I do is that I kind of go batshit, and I just save before like almost every conversation, or every few conversations, and then I just go like, if it doesn't go well, then I just kind of go like this, and then I hold the frickin' circle button, PS5 and whatnot, and just kind of leaf through it real fast, and then just look away, and then I just reload. Oh, okay, it's you that's speaking. We're eyeing the global market space for our next step, once we secure our footing here in Calvard. With that in mind, please do prioritize those bills and amendments when you secure the majority in the next election. We'll support you on our end however we can.
Yes, fair enough. Your industry presents interesting opportunities for our party. It's time we embrace this new economic age. That said, you need to keep the bigger picture in mind. If you chase the short term, you may lose sight of the long. We can address your immediate legislative concerns, of course, but we should do it in a forward-thinking way, no?
I understand that, but surely we can't overlook the short term. The market is awfully turbulent. We need to strike when the iron's hot. Incidentally, I do have these sweets from Quincyville if you'd like some. And for your help, we'd be happy to welcome you to the Al Jamira Hotel for some well-deserved rest and relaxation.
Oh, give it a rest, Jennifer. Retract that little offer at once and I'll pretend I never heard it. You're a talented businesswoman. You should know better than to butter me up with cheap favors.
You're right. I'm sorry. Got a bit too anxious there. Need to cool my head. Forgive me. I can't believe myself. Did I really just try to do that? And how low will I sink if I don't put a stop to it? But I've made this bed, now I have to lie in it. Our actions at the bank have all boiled down to winning the Republican Party's favor. If we were to convince them to amend those trade laws, the market would be all but ours after the next election. I guess I let that blind me. Oh, wrong person. I already talked to you off camera. Get out of here!
Now, don't let anybody tell you Jennifer's a bad businesswoman. But she does tend to hyperfixate on individual issues over the bigger picture. Until she can step back and look at broader problems, she'll find it difficult to work with people.
Makes sense to me. Wait a minute. Hello, Mr. Man.
Or thanks for helping rescue Berzelia. For all the trust Rumsfeld put in me, I let him and the young miss down. I brought shame to my post. I can't believe it's all stemmed from their family dispute. How do things get so out of hand? I'll have to pay more attention to them going forward. If I weren't so impersonal, I might have been able to help her.
Well, indeed. That line is going to kill me, Katra. You can't keep saying that. Well, looky. This is an interesting duo.
You guys again, huh? Sticking your nose into trouble as usual, I take it. But, well, I guess that's not always a bad thing. I do owe you for Basel.
Yeah, you kind of sat on your ass, pal. We were just discussing our cleanup efforts, and what we subsequently learned about the group's movements.
Whoa, am I dreaming? I got props from a bracer and they're letting me in on some insider info? Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I just can't stop you from listening in on us when you're right there.
Somebody tells me that cold shoulder is just for show. Yeah, it's more like... It's not as much cold as it is just cool. Even the guild has to admit you played a large part in Basel. We lost track of their airship, unfortunately, but we did manage to ferret out their other moves in the meantime. We've also been cracking down on our business ties and collaborators, which has helped us make numerous high-profile arrests.
Yeah, that checks out. After the shit show in Basel, I bet the CID want those guys gone.
That's good to hear, but I'm still bothered that we have no intel on them in terms of motives or end goals.
Yeah, and that's what's also weird is...
Oh, and what's also weird is Messeldem's calmed down a lot. You think they'd be ramping up their activities there, right? The guild's trying to get to the bottom of that now. We want to figure out the impetus for that swing. Chief Ruin has ordered us on high alert, in fact. Though that's just bureaucracy, really. At any rate, I do hope the guild takes our intel into account.
Oh, we will. Hell, if we get info before they attack, maybe we can stop them from killing a ton of people. Wouldn't that be nice?
Sounds like there's some tension between those two. I hope they can put that aside.
Well, that was juicy. I'll have to keep an eye on how all that plays out.
We've been doing our own investigation at the guild, plus prepping our own countermeasures against you-know-who. Feels like Elaine's been digging a bit deeper than the rest of us, though. Apparently, she's been doing her own research after hours. Talk about some dedication. She needs to make sure she doesn't burn herself out. Sorry, I could do a better impression of that bit, but it would be way too loud and break my mic. Incidentally, our mutual friend has been in contact fairly regularly. I just hope they keep things under control on their end.
Don't quite catch your drift there, but I guess someone's keeping the CID busy.
Alright, another one. Let's talk to Miss Painter Lady. No, it's just... No, this is a mockery. This isn't the tower at all. I have to put my all into this. I must put the tower's mystique to canvas, or that imperial fop will have me beat at the concourse. I can feel burnout creeping into my body, but I banish it. I can't give out until I've cracked the tower's code. Okay is right. Girl, you go, I guess. Or something along those lines. Oh, I never even actually tried going over here and talking to this person.
Hey there! Just in time to try some of my new buckwheat soba. I got the real authentic stuff this time. Cray buckwheat just blows me away every time. I don't know how they do it. If Eastern import's getting hard to come by, Cray's really the only place to get authentic buckwheat.
I mean, that's a bit of world building for you, I guess. Wow, private school students playing here? You don't see that every day. It's nice to sit back and watch other people play every now and then. Looking forward to this one. Wow, she's good. Really good. I hope I can play like that someday. She's not even doing anything, she's just chilling.
Hell do you want? Why'd you drag me out here?
Oh, nothing big. I just figured a match or two might change your outlook on things.
Huh? Hell are you talking about?
I can tell you've got a lot on your plate right now. A lot of things are stressing you. I've known you since before Ronald dragged you into this mess after all. Even Ren has given you props for trying to get yourself back on track now that he's dropped out. But aren't you tired of all that work by yourself? It's okay to ask for help, you know. We can help you get back on the straight and narrow.
Get off your freaking high horse and... Get off your freaking high horse. And you've got some nerve picking a fight you know you'll lose.
Oh, don't count me out just like that. I'm the captain of the basketball club for a reason. In fact, I'd venture to say I'm a better athlete than you in general. Pick a sport, I'll wipe the floor with you.
Count it, come at me. And when I win, you get the hell out of my face. My word, James. I am so sick of looking at your face. Don't you dare bitch about playing rough, got it? I'm gonna whoop your ass and you're gonna like it.
Very well.
Very well. Oh my god, the generic lines sometimes for like idling are really funny at times. Also, doing like the James I have for voice? The voice I have for James is just very fun for me because it doesn't match his appearance at all. Up until April, James was hanging around with this punk named Ronald. Ronald jumped out. I am really off my game tonight. But James still covers for him. Well, I guess I can help him vent some of his frustrations at least. Might have to play a little rough with him though.
Final evento.
I don't know why I skipped. We have something to get here.
What do we have here?
For SPG. Run into something of an annoying problem. Orbital net use. I'd like to consult someone who's familiar with the subject. Main street of the Satan district. I mean, we're already here.
Still lingering scent. Gotta check the other bulletin boards.
Wait, what's that? Orbital related network. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you're more than qualified. Looking forward to seeing you kick ass on the keyboard.
Hell yeah. Here we go. That was quick.
Hey there, you the one who put the request up? Oh yes, then you must be.
I believe your request was about some trouble you had on the orbital net. I'm hardly an expert, but I do have some knowledge on the subject. Would you mind explaining the situation?
Yes, well, in short, I fell for a scam on the orbital net. One of those net scams, huh? Been a lot of that going around.
Phishing is the technical term. Bad faith actors disguise themselves as legitimate sources to fool end users. With how quickly the orbital net is growing, these threats are one step ahead of common knowledge and security measures. So it falls to the users themselves to stay safe on the net. And many just don't have that awareness yet. It's still a very new thing.
At any rate, I wanted to get some advice from someone more knowledgeable about these things. Will you accept my request?
Damn, gray points especially? Hell yeah.
Sure, I'll take it. Care to fill us in? Of course. Let's go somewhere we can talk.
In the back streets. May I ask, have you brought this matter to the police? They may be able to retrieve your stolen assets.
Oh, no, it's just, well, you got your reason, sounds like. No worries. Yes, I ask for your utmost secrecy regarding what I'm about to tell you. Don't you worry. We take our clients' privacy very seriously here at Arkwright Solutions. Well, you see, now, oh, this is just so pathetic, I can't even spit it out. Man, stop beating around the bush. I won't know how to help if I don't know what the problem is. Ugh. Screw it. So, I use my work journal to look up swimsuit models. Like the hot ones. Oh, goddess almighty, just kill me. I like porn. I like porn. Okay, not so loud, buddy. I like porn! The kids at the frickin' basketball court are just like, what the fuck?
I think I understand where this is going, but please, there's no need to shout.
I like porn, though! Don't you understand, child? Do you not partake in pornography? Do you not wish to look upon fine specimens of women?
I'm 15, sir.
Are you saying that means you're I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. It's like I was possessed. I think I get where this is going, though. Carry on. So a few days ago, I got this message from the website. They said they had my browsing history, and that I had to pay to keep it private. I didn't see anything on that site implying I needed to pay, so I just sent the mirror immediately. I couldn't bear to risk having my reputation tarnished. I thought that would be the end of it, but then another few days passed and they messaged me again. They said they wanted even more mirror this time, or they'd leak my browsing history and all my private information too.
I see.
That's awful. As a consultant, my reputation is paramount. I need to maintain a clear and professional image. I can't have my browsing history floating around on the net, much less my private info. I'd be done for. They can't know that I'm looking at
And that's why you couldn't bring this to the police or the guild.
Yes, my entire career is in jeopardy because of one stupid mistake. I'm pathetic.
That's the thing with those scams. You gotta just ignore them.
But how?
So it's like one or two people doing these usually. And these guys know they're full of shit, but they figure some of their victims don't. They just blast these requests out to anybody they can find, hoping that someone falls for it. Once they get a bite, they zero in hard on anyone who replies and ignore everyone else. That's how these things work.
Oh, then I can just ignore it going forward.
Nah, it ain't that easy now that you took the bait. You already gave them some mirror already, and that let them know you fell for it. They know you're willing to pay to keep that info secret, that you care about your rep. You're exactly the kind of guy they want. Now that they know that, they want to milk you for all you're worth. They're gonna hound you. You cut them off and they might actually leak your shit.
Oh no.
You're surprisingly knowledgeable about these kinds of scams. Oh wait, I didn't see the face expression. You're surprisingly knowledgeable about these kinds of scams.
Yeah, I dealt with a case like this before.
Right.
Anyway, those are my two, Mira. You can keep giving them money or you can ignore them. It's your call. I can't do that, obviously. I suppose I'll have to just give in to the demands.
And? They're not just gonna stop. You're gonna keep sending them more and more money? Ideally, we would just apprehend the criminals here.
Can we really do that? I mean, can you really track down a criminal hiding on the Orbital network?
Well, it would depend on how well they hide their identity, but it probably wouldn't be impossible.
Really? Then please get them for me.
Are you okay with that, Van?
Go nuts. You're the expert here. If we can track them down, then let's go for it.
Roger. Alright. May I borrow the terminal they contacted you on?
Here it is. I use this terminal for work.
Damn, pretty cushy job if they're handing out gadgets like this. But, yeah, that was a bit easy.
Is something the matter?
Think about what you just did for a second. Your mobile terminal is like a collection of all your personal data, and you just handed it to me, a stranger, without a moment's hesitation. You're very lax with your data, and that can get you into trouble, especially since it doubles as your work terminal.
Well, that's a good point.
Now, obviously, I have no intention of stealing your data, but it helps to be more cautious on the net. It's best to store your personal information separately from your work terminal, along with anything else you don't want other people to see.
That does make sense. I may go ahead and do that real quick. I have this note terminal that I also use for work. That should do.
It's kind of incredible how... like, Trails is kind of educational in a way by telling about these types of things. Like, this would be like a good series that... I mean, I guess there's complex words and stuff, so it's not something that you could, like, teach kids with by having them play, and it also has people getting killed and things. But this is like a good game for like teens and stuff like that to play, maybe to learn some stuff about the world.
There, that should be good. I leave the rest to you.
Though I guess nowadays a lot of people would just grow up knowing these things one way or another. Okay, you've still got your history on here. Good. Now if I just do a reverse search on the sender of this message. Have you found anything? Yep, I can see it all.
Let's hear it.
It looks like the criminal was using a mobile terminal themselves to contact you. I doubt it's a brand machine, it's most likely a cheap knockoff. These operations don't tend to be very sophisticated. And sure enough, they made absolutely no attempts to mask their identity. I can trace them right now. Are you able to find out where they are? I believe so. It might help if I explain how these network signals work. Mobile terminals transmit their own broadcast signals, but being so small, they're limited in their scope and strength. As a result, they have to pass through a server, which amplifies and distributes their information across longer distances. Like, see all this? This is just like stuff that can be applied to real-life conversations. Just, you know, replace Orbital with like electricity or something. If two terminals are close enough, however, it's more efficient to communicate directly with each other than to use the server as a middleman. I see. So the terminals switch signals based on distance? Yes. There are two different signals terminals will use, and they switch between the two on the fly for convenience. And because I can see this transmission came from a server, I know that the scammer was some distance away. This server gives us a general idea of where the scammer was at the time, but of course there's no guarantee they're still there. That's where we are at this point.
So we have a range but no specifics. Not enough to sniff the guy out. But you sound like you got someone else up your sleeve.
I might. Just going off his history, that's as close as I can get. But of course, we can always just contact the scammer again. And if we can get a direct link to the scammer's terminal, we'll know we're close by.
So we call them back and figure out where their signal is coming from.
Yes. Just, they would need to be in direct signal range in order for us to pinpoint them. I can see that the previous message came from the Riverside server. Let's head there first. The subway station should be a good at a starting point, blah blah blah.
Alright, gang. Let's split up and look for clues. We'll keep you posted on what we find, okay? We'll use that note terminal you've got there. Once we find the guy, we're gonna haul ass over there. Of course. Thank you so much.
Time to go solve some problems.
Thank you so much for accepting my request. Ready then?
Yes, ready whenever you are.
Alright, send it now.
All we have to do is wait. Actually, what did you write in the message?
Made a point of being real vague with them. But I basically said that I didn't have all the money, and I asked if they'd settle for a bit less.
So you made it look like you're at least willing to pay. That would compel them to reply at least. Well, it wouldn't be good for our plan if they didn't.
Nothing to worry about, it looks like.
I've got a response on my end, too. Looking at the orbital wave pattern, it's definitely a direct connection.
Let me read. The first reply is, no, won't budge on the price, not even a single mirror.
Quite avaricious they are. Okay, analysis complete. Did you locate the transmitter? I've got an address. It's west-northwest from our current location. No exact distance, though.
No, but we got a line, and a whole lot of places along that line where the source is. If we get to trace another line, but from a different direction,
then the lines will intersect, pinpointing the exact location of our criminal. Exactly. We should try to aim for as perpendicular a spot as we possibly can. Let's send our next transmission point from across the river. That's cool. Cool. Oh my god, it's my goat! I forgot he was here!
got this new brother has been calling back over and over. Always nice having a repeat client like that in my job. It's one of those once-in-a-lifetime fated meetings you hear so much about. Glad he liked my ride enough to approach me. I'll always just keep carrying the vibe with me wherever I go. If you ever need anything, brother, just let me know.
If anything, I'd be more of a sister.
Hey, you're all brothers to me.
4 SPG. Oh, looks like Bracer Guild, Dangerous large monster. Did the scorpion. Alright, cool.
No more scent, which means we're done with inspecting bulletin boards for today.
Alright.
Both of these requests certainly sound intriguing. Hopefully you don't need to turn into the Grendel for them, though.
Yeah, for something like that, I would hope not. Otherwise, we're kind of washed.
One can only hope.
You've only had to do that once per chapter. You're fine. Wait, this is the intermission. Maybe I shouldn't be too complacent. I've been thinking about it constantly for the past few days.
We only got one thing left now.
And it's to tear up even harder next time. Even harder next time we take the stage. Let's prove to the label that idols can be successful. That way they won't even think about disbanding us. We've got a new original song ready to rip. Let's make it a smash hit. Yeah, you said it. Lou is all wishful thinking. Wish it was that easy. But either way, we're out of options. This is our last shot, so we gotta make it count. I hope it goes the right way for them because damn, that's gonna suck otherwise. Let's practice for a bit more. Make sure everything's perfect. All I need is for 50 people to show up. Oh, okay. I'll talk to my neighbors again to see if they can come. I made friends with my bus driver and manager at work, so I'll invite them too. I'm counting on you. I'll handle the music side of things. I know a pretty popular singer, so I might be able to ask for help there. I got no choice. I'm running thin on options here. Wow. They're really cool. I really just enjoy hearing about their stuff. I don't think I can go here during the day? Nah. Okay, that's fine. I feel like there's gonna be some point when we go here for like something more major. It feels like a decent, or I don't know, maybe they'll have something bigger in like a different district, so maybe not. Let's talk to these two. I'm trying my best out there, Graham. I'm slaying those corners, getting better at staying in my lane. But my Kabul still won't cut it against those darn high bloods.
I hear you, Juniper. Just take a deep breath. Juniper's still pretty wound up about losing that race. Goes to show she takes things seriously, at least. It's not skill that's holding her back, it's her car. She's a great driver in her own right. There's not a lot that can really be done when it comes to her car.
I don't know, she'd become like the dude from Initial D, Takumi or whatever. Have something that's really crappy. Graham?
Was no slouch, but still left in the dust despite all the work she's put in it.
Stop fucking honking, bitch! I'm talking here! I'm talking here!
I need to give up just yet.
Alright, I'll get out of the way, fucking asshole. Get out the road. Nothing more there. What a dick. Every single time it's that same asshole.
My baby came back to me, my sweet, sweet baby. You're a sight for sore eyes. I'll give you a big smooch and never let you go.
Ka-chow. I don't know, I just saw the color. It made me think of him.
I got my baby back. Oh, leave it to Bradley to work his magic. It's like she never left my side. It's also like the dirt never left my side. Jeez, you could have at least cleaned her up a bit. She's filthy. Man, that made me sound like a total jerk. I'll give my baby a good wash.
Very well.
Or I'll give my baby a good wash.
Downey weirds me out a bit. Don't know why. I don't want to hang out with him. He's kind of creepy.
Wow. That's actually kind of crazy. It literally does just have dirt and grime on it compared to this one, which is like sparkly clean. That's cool.
I get that I fixed the cars and everything, but they don't gotta make such a big deal about it. Hey now, don't make a scene in front of the shop. Be careful out on the road.
Yeah, sure. Hi. Oh wait, we have one. Good, we're in a cutscene. What are you gonna do? Honk at me now? Okay, this looks good.
I'll shoot him another message then. Wrote, I got all the money ready. Where should I send it to this time? And sent. Well, aren't you quick?
They replied quite quickly both times. They must be quite eager to get the money. Analysis is complete. I pinpointed their location. It's southwest from here, under the bridge across the river.
Alright then. Come on, y'all. Let's close the book on this one.
Why, hello there! Perfect timing. Hello, Selma. Just a bit more and then I'll call it a day. I don't want to risk missing the concert tonight. Lottie invited me to see this up-and-coming artist named Jess. Bro, you freaking ran over Katra almost. But first a shower. Last thing I want to do is show up there all sweaty. Dude, it's nice just seeing that there's like multiple like musical talents just doing their thing over at the concert hall. It makes it feel more justified to have it there than just being like a one-off thing every once in a millennia. Well, you're certainly trapped. So is that our criminal? Most likely, yes.
Only one way to find out.
Just a little more. Oh, did they do it? Let's see.
Changed my mind. I report this to the police. They're on you and should be beating down on your door any second.
What?
No, calm down. There's no way they can find me. You know, book it though, just to be safe. Nope, sorry. Might have worked if we didn't know exactly where you were already. You can thank my assistant here for that. Pretty talented, eh?
Your security can't measure up to the one at the Institute of Science. Not even close.
Wait, who are you? Don't tell me you really did sick the cops on me.
We're not police, nor are we bracers. Van here is a Spriggan. If you would, please surrender.
And that's it.
Damn, just like that. All right. I expected some type of wild thing like, oh, you gotta fight now.
You ain't even the big boss here, but some part-timer?
That's right. After I sent the boss the full amount, all I got was a tiny paycheck. Even that already ran out. I promise this is my first time doing this. Just because the crime was only committed one time doesn't mean that you're not to blame.
Lady's right, kid. That's just a lame excuse.
I'm sorry. How much do you know about the organization you were working for? Nothing. I promise. I just got the orders on my phone. All I know is that there's 13 members. So he was just as he's just a disposable pawn in this game.
Well, a guy here was clearly the one blackmailing you, but he was the lowest run on that ladder. Sorry to say, but it doesn't look like you'll be getting your money back.
It's alright. I'd already given up on that. My biggest concern is what comes after.
Yeah, that's the ticket. We caught the blackmailer himself, but the blackmail material's probably still in the hands of whoever hired this kid. We didn't get to the root of the problem, so we can't guarantee they ain't gonna keep coming back for you. But this mook sure ain't gonna get us to the big boss either. Not sure there's much we can do at this point.
Oh no. What should I do then?
Well... Oh shit! What's the best move here?
Huh. It said I only go up for gray anyways, so that's interesting. I guess make it so it never happened?
You can always pretend none of it ever happened.
How can we do that?
Never looked at any weird sights and never had any problem. We can make that the case.
Can you really do that?
Well, it's up to my assistant here. How about it? Think you can manage?
I'm not too happy about it, but if the only people this will affect are criminals, then I suppose I can let it slide. I'll need Rosette's assistance, of course, but it should be doable.
Knew I could count on you.
Please, that would be great. Very well then, shall we? Of course. Thank you for the help. We're making use of Marduk's servers. Katra and Rosette together erased Oslo's former account. Thoroughly erasing all traces of it, the two of them had issued Oslo a new account using a backup to preserve the account data. That should solve matters. We can't just erase the data the criminals have on your actions, of course. But by doing this, they shouldn't be able to link it back to you anymore. Fortunately, the only people you made explicit contact with was this blackmailer.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, better be grateful. They did a superb job here. Now, as for you... Eek! Seems like this really is your first time, so we're gonna sweep your little fun bit of blackmailing under the rug. Assuming you quit your job, that is. Let me say, kid, that you better jump ship now if you're not willing to commit to the criminal lifestyle. If you keep laying with criminals, you'll eventually reach a point where there's no going back. Either pull out now or you'll get pulled right in. You looking to lose yourself forever in the pitch black depths of the underworld?
I'll quit. I don't want any more part in this.
Sure, not just saying that to get out of this bind. I really mean it. I don't know about the people above me at all. I got recommended it by some guy. He's kind of a recruiter of sorts. Name's Clement. But that's all I know. Please believe me. Fine, but I ain't forgetting you. If I catch you back on your old haunts, you'll get what's coming to you. Got it? Got it! Clement. I should keep that name in mind.
Well, that solves this case. Wasn't exactly the most satisfying solution, I'll say.
You get that a lot when you're working as a Spriggan. This country's darkness is deep-rooted. It's too deep for anyone. Ain't no way one person or group can just clear it all away. Not the bracers, and hell, not even the government. The Spriggan's job is to take care of those that fall through the cracks. We ain't after fairy tale endings. Can't afford to chase those. Just gotta go for the best ones we can get without compromising our values.
Okay, I think I understand it, at least a little. It's dawned on me what the purpose of a Spriggan's job is, and why you do it, Van. Katra.
That's good. If you figure that much at least, I'd call your training a success. Or well, at the end of the day I need to eat, and that's the real reason I'm working at all.
And you had to dash the nice conclusion with that sprinkle of cynicism right at the end. Still, I suppose that's the most Spriggan-like way to tie a ribbon on it. Goodness.
All in a day's work.
That was a real nice one. Alright, so I do get 2 up. Rank up! That's 4. I'm gonna reload just to see if there's any difference in that. Scratch that. Turns out I haven't saved during this recording and I don't feel like doing all that again, so nope.
Oh, good stuff
Forgot an NPC.
Primo's new recipes are a total hit. Man, I've never seen our sales go higher. Wasn't so sure about all of her new ideas, but oh boy, I'm sure glad I gave her a chance. And all the better, because those sales are paying off for paycheck. We're actually barely breaking even.
Well, I appreciate the honesty on that. So, it says that I have something green here in Riverside still, but I don't know what. I'm guessing it's something down here, but it's not marked, so who knows. Well, I wasn't wrong. That do indeed be a giant scorpion.
Fearsome foe is prowling around.
Exterminate.
Whatever you need.
Yeah, this thing can't be too bad, hopefully. Drill guard. Alright, we have Rosette for the first time in a while. Actually, I guess it hasn't been that long, but it feels like it's been. Probably shouldn't mess with that much. La Forte. Lapless code.
Transmitting code. Activate.
Whoa.
Oh, it's just a delay? That's easy, Sarit. Total easy straight. You're nothing.
I suggest we strike now. Go all out.
Actually, I haven't used this much. What does it do again? It's been a bit.
Here goes.
Because I forget what temper does, is the one thing. It's been a bit.
This'll hurt.
Anyways, fuck you.
You're not getting away.
Decent damage at least. You know, better than some things.
I won't lose.
Alright, well, I can just kind of murder you with this at least.
Engaging shield. I won't let this chance slip by. Initiating drive.
Here goes.
Alright, you're all the way over there. It's not really helping, is it?
Keep it up. It's
This'll hurt.
Alright, we already got this. Hit him with all that. As long as it works, you know?
Initializing drive.
initializing drive. Here I go. Initiating drive. Shield. Ha! Let's go down. Ha!
Here goes.
Full boost. Go all out.
Let's see. Screw you.
Catra.
Go for all that.
Activate. On yes.
Initializing drive.
What else can I do here? Here we go.
Here I go. Activating skill.
Frickin' murder 'em. Just die already. I don't know why I'm keeping this in, honestly. It's just kind of a generic-ass enemy. It's not really doing anything much worth it. I can still mash through it, though.
I won't lose.
Actually, nah. This is wasting time.
Keep it up. It's working.
But what if?
Activating skill. Boost gauge limiter removed.
Okay, no, it's still not doing shit.
Activating
And what if I hit one of these, though? Have I used this yet? Well, if I haven't used it, I certainly have now. Anyways, die.
Now it's my turn.
Seriously? Only 1,000 left? Alright, you need to perish right now.
Activating skill.
Get out. There we go.
That's how it
Blast to
goes.
pieces. Get out of here.
Did.
Alright, well, that was easy. Revelation, eh?
Reward deposited.
More points. Jesus, I need to get my law up. It looks so puny compared to the others now that it's this much different. Alright, get an extra point for that. And back to NPCs. Yippee! Time for the Black Light District.
Today I mosey up on Altair for a little business negotiation. I've got to set the stage just right. That means triple checking my schedule, arranging gifts and favors, the whole nine odds. Maybe I should include little notes too. New Year's is almost here. I'm sure they'd appreciate the goodwill.
He sounds perfectly polite and thoughtful, but I don't want to ever think about what he'd put in on those notes.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the poor schmucks he's working with.
Alright, what about over here?
Let's talk
Dingo!
for a minute.
Who are you, lady? I've never seen you before. Lady? Are you talking about me? No, I'm a guy. Really? You're so pretty. I thought you were a lady. That's okay. Hey, will you hug me and pick me up, please? Sorry, I'll have to pass. This place just gets weirder and weirder. I think this kid would have learned to be more careful around strangers. He's really taken a liking to you, hasn't he? That's so sweet. Apparently so. Mr. Dingo knows so many cool stories. I want to be just like him when I grow up. I'm going to travel all over the world and meet a ton of people. And I'm going to give everyone big ol' hugs. We have a serial hugger in our midst. Is that an evolution or a de-evolution of the serial head patting? Questions for later.
Damn, not a peep from your channels, huh? That's pretty surprising.
Sorry about that. All I can tell you is that it's not coming from Messeldom. I don't know what specifically you're trying to dig up, but if you're gonna try and find some other if you're gonna try and find some other informants yourself, you better be careful. Oh, hey there, Spriggan.
Hey Van, didn't know you guys were down here. Doing a little onboarding for your latest hire, looks like. Kinda. That was just a temp.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Brett. My name is Cat. Oh, sorry, I thought he was cutting it off. No. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Brad. My name is Catras Elysian. I've heard plenty about you from my colleagues. From what I gather, you've lent your talents to both the Institute of Science and the Vern Company on several occasions.
Yeah, I exchange info for their inside scoops every now and then. I scratch their back, they scratch mine. So wait, you're the kid that Hamilton.
Is something the matter?
What's up? Got word from the grapevine about him? No, not exactly. He just reminded me of an old scoop I'd forgotten about. At any rate, I heard you pulled your own weight out there in Bossel. That's real impressive for a kid your age.
Hold up, what did he say? The kid that Hamilton... if it's an old scoop, maybe it's about how Catra ended up with Hamilton? Because while we have learned quite a bit about Catra, there's still more to tell about him, you know? Like his proper backstory and things like that. We got an introduction, but... I mean, I guess you could say that for a lot of the characters, right? We've gotten some good introductory, like, know-how about them, but there's still a lot to delve into as far as their past and things like that. And I guess that's kind of the case in most Trails games.
If you can already hang with Van and his ragtag bunch, you'll do just fine at the solutions office.
Thank you. Of course. I'll pour my all into my work here. I'd heard he was handsome, but seeing him in person is really something else. I can see why Mr. Arkwright and Mr. Im placed their trust in him. I think you're perfectly handsome too, Van.
Yeah, it's alright, Agnes. You don't have to try and pity this poor, ugly old geezer. He's just too far gone. How about you, though? Out investigating something? I know you ran out on your date with your little gal pal.
Jeez. That's actually... Oh, this is cool that we're going into this. A bit of extra dialogue, probably. Interesting that Katra comments on him being handsome. I don't know. Katra's interesting. I don't know if he's bi or whatnot. He's... You know... I guess he has some hang-ups and certain things, but I don't know where they start and where they end with him. Which, I don't know if we're going to get more info on that or if that's something I have to infer and make guesstimates on. But I'd rather not make guesstimates and rather just know.
Oh, you ran into Marielle, did you? Yeah, I had to scram. Although I did recommend she hit the bathhouse, so her time out wasn't a total wash. What's up? Sounded like you had more to say.
Is everything okay?
Sorry, just lost in thought. I'm following the lead at the moment. Nothing solid yet, but yeah. I might actually have to hit you up again later if that's okay. You might know a thing or two about it. Fine with me. You know my door's always open for you. Having a guy like you in my line of work is a real cheat code. I'll always lend you a hand.
Agreed. Please don't hesitate to come talk to us, especially now that we have extra hands to help.
Thanks. I'll let you guys know if I end up needing outside help on it.
I was a Northern Jaeger in another life. That's the only reason I have any connections at all. But I'm done with that business now. I only hear the occasional whisper from my friends in those circles.
That's still valuable intel regardless, and it's good that you're sharing it. I try to do the same with my info so that we all benefit.
Which I appreciate. You don't try to leech off of me like some other men do. At any rate, there's no going back to where I came from. This is my home. I gotta just find a way to hack it down here. Hack it down here.
I heard her mention the Northern Jaegers. That must mean she's Northumbrian. The place is still real poor for obvious reasons. They finally broke off from Erebonia last year, but they ain't exactly had it easy since then.
Interesting. My hands are too dirty after all these years. A gal like me doesn't belong on the surface. And I couldn't go back to the Northern Jaegers even if I wanted to. They all broke up. Just gotta lie low and make it work down here. I just can't think for myself anymore. Anyway, gotta take care of Yota, too. Lot to say, don't you?
Not to change the subject, but it sounds like Buzz Raiders beat you guys to the punch the other day. Oh, the thing with Judith Lanster? Yeah, that they did. Our editor gave me an earful about it. But, well, they beat us fair and square. Nothing I can do about that. Now just gotta wait and see if their report actually holds water. You said it. She's the ditz with capital DD. What the fuck? Whoa, 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 bro. You can't just...
Bro, Van? Hello?
Hey, Chris? Chris, can we see that again, Chris? But I just don't see her pulling some midnight tryst for a dope like him. I can see him doing it, though, the horn dog. You got that right. I imagine the truth is somewhere in the middle. And we'll happen upon it soon enough. If there's anything this job's taught me, it's that the truth tends to show itself right when you least expect it. You might be onto something there. That's just your intuition talking, or you're keeping secrets again? Like with that kitty case back in the spring. You knew just what was up and still kept your mouth shut. I haven't forgotten that, you know. I'll let go of that already. I just didn't want to interject myself into the whole debacle. Nothing more to it.
Huh? Is it just me or does Van seem to loosen up around him? They talk to each other like they're brothers. Indeed, I don't believe I've ever seen Mr. Arkwright act in such a manner. Rather a change of pace. I believe Mr. Kincaid is older than him too. He might be the youngest in his old friend group. But I guess he's still close enough to Dingo that they talk more like brothers. Huh. That is an interesting thing. He acts chill with Dingo, so maybe... It always seems like it was a trio thing, though, with Van, Elaine, and Renee. So maybe Dingo was, like, someone he also knew during that time period or something like that, but not as close? I don't know. It's interesting. Also, I still can't believe... You know, I expect Sorry. I expect this type of comment here from the likes of Aaron, but I didn't expect Van to say, yeah, she's got a nice pair of DDs. It's like, bro, you commenting on her tit size?
Anyway, I got a jet. I've got some investigative work to wrap up this evening. You know, you guys have really been making waves with all the work you're doing. Just don't burn yourselves out, okay? Same to you, pal. Work ain't everything, yeah?
They're really cool. I'm a big fan of Dingo. Super awesome guy. What the hell is going on over here?
Those Elmata bastards! They hit our hideout and nailed our top brass! Doc, you gotta come see them. They're on the outskirts of town, real deep shit here.
Outskirts? So he's not inside Edith proper. I can do house calls, but they don't come cheap. I want $1 million up front, per person. And then let's say $3 million for each treatment. Does that sound good to you, boys?
What? You want $4 million a person? Trying to bankrupt us, you money-grubbing bitch?
If you don't want to pay, fine. There are plenty of other doctors out there you can turn to instead. Take it or leave it, boys. This is an awfully tense place to be. You can cut the tension with a knife.
Yeah, those mafia goons are always trouble. Just look the other way and move along.
I get those sorts of clients all the time lately, though still not as much as before. Ever since Omada rose up the food chain, I've had their victims lining up for blocks outside my door. Can't help but wonder how much my services are really needed, though. Really, I'm just some black market quack who's fallen from grace.
They're all specially made.
And yet you
Always be
still...
careful when and how much you use.
I was gonna say, and yet you still managed to do all that stuff previously, in like the frickin' prologue chapter. Like, she was one of the first side quests that we got in this entire game.
Seriously?
And I just have to feel the need to mention that because it's been so long at this point. And finally, time for Tyrell. This is a cutscene. Hey, did you read this month's Bud Raiser? I haven't yet, but my friend told me they were about Judith Lanster. At first I was shocked, but the more I think about it, maybe it makes sense, you know what I mean? Yeah, totally, I hear you. Judith Lanster sure is famous, getting people to talk about her as much as they do. I feel like I've been hearing her name come up an awful lot the past couple days. I know, I wonder if something happened to her. Oh, they don't know.
What, feeling a little concerned for her?
I suppose so. It's hard not to when people are speculating about her so much. Not to mention you have talked to her, so she is an acquaintance at least. Are you a fan of hers, Anyas? I am, but that's not the only reason I'm concerned in this instance. Those two were discussing the contents of Buzz Radar, yes? I've seen that magazine on newsstands from time to time.
Yeah, it's something of a rival to Meld, the place that Dingo works for. Buzz Raiders got more of a dicier rep by comparison. Gotta take their stories with a couple grains of salt and then some. But it's always possible those guys managed to actually dig up some sort of scoop about Judith, for better or worse. If you guys are that curious, we can always buy a copy at the bookstore. You consider another way to gather intel.
You rely on even tabloids to gather your information? Is that really such a good idea?
Don't get me wrong, about 90% of what they publish is bullshit. But it ain't smart to write off rags like that altogether either.
I just want to know if something happened to her at the very least. Hopefully Buzz Raider can explain what.
Let's go ahead and swing by the bookstore later to pick up a copy. Doesn't hurt to check it out.
So I guess that's that's the thing we're doing with the main plot here. Interestingly enough, I think Vanna actually already knows what the deal is. He talked about it to someone last episode, I think. It was part of like a conversation we had, but I forget what necessarily the deets are. People were in a weird frenzy this morning, but I didn't think the reason was because of some celebrity scandal. Part of me wants to write all that off as just dumb noise, but between you and me, we do have some investigators in our ranks who are playboys. If someone on the force ended up on a tabloid, I'd probably take it a little more personally. We are talking about colleagues here, after all.
Very well.
Still, I don't know if Buzz Raider's doing themselves any favors by attracting so much ire. They're playing with fire, if you ask me. If they end up getting raided because of something dumb they did, I hope I don't get roped into it, but knowing my luck. Hard to say, hard to say. Karen tries to act like she isn't bothered, but she is. It's written all over her face. Not that I mind if she is, I just wish she'd put it off to the side while we're supposed to be out patrolling. Anyway, you can be sure I'll be keeping a sharp eye on it, so no trouble slips past on our watch. Can't have you guys hogging all the glory. Hey, can you move? You're kind of hot, but can you get out the way? I'm trying to move. I'm trying to get out of the district.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking about getting some sweets and shit.
You know, I just noticed there isn't even a freaking line on this road. These people, they don't have lines separating the people going one way from another. There could be so easily head-on collision. Look at how close they're getting. Hold up, look at this. Look at how fucking close they get. That's so dangerous, dude. That's gotta... These people are crazy. This town is insane. Judith Lanster and Maxim, what's his name, are an item now? For real? Talk about eerie. What the heck happened? Was she crying about losing the Best Actress award and then pounced or something?
I don't know about that. I get you're shocked, but I wouldn't jump to conclusions if I were you. It was BuzzRater who broke this story. They're a pretty nasty bunch. Every talent agency out there has blacklisted them for a reason. Not to mention this is pretty sensitive stuff we're talking about here. The line between a celebrity's private and public lives is hazy.
Huh, you actually sound like you know what you're talking about for once, Peter. What gives? Did you eat something weird today? Oh, did you not know? Then again, Peter's not one to really bring this kind of thing up. Anyway, I know he doesn't look it, but his dad's the president of a talent agency. He's practically entertainment nobility.
Would you knock it off about my looks? Sorry I'm not as hot as I'm supposed to be, I guess. I didn't mean it. I didn't mention it before because I'm not on the best of terms with my dad. I only brought up that other stuff because I thought you two should know. Fuck off, I'm trying to talk here.
No, wait, Peter! Does that mean you get to hang out with celebrities as much as you want?
I don't want to talk about it. Think whatever you like.
Peter's so bad at being direct, it always gets him into trouble. When it's not making him late, it's causing problems with his dad. We could have put this behind us a lot sooner if he just come out and told us what he needed to. Instead, he gets all sheepish and makes everything worse. Dude, this dude gets fucking clowned on by these two. I had no idea Peter was the son of an entertainment company president. That's so hilarious. I don't get that vibe from him at all. But I guess it kind of makes sense the more I think about it. That'd explain why he knows so much specific stuff. Gotta give him credit though. He doesn't really brag about it or anything at all. He's a pretty good guy. Hey, finally a decent opinion of this guy.
Okay.
Did San really not know about it? Could have sworn I at least told her once before. Huh.
Interesting. What do we got here? Abby. Maxim did what to Judith Lanster? I knew people said he was a womanizer, but I thought he was still a good guy deep down. Guess not. What a bummer. Maybe it's just a bunch of haters trying to spread lies about him. No, probably not. I feel so let down. Wow.
Please step on up.
We got a lot of people chilling in here. Worked up everyone is in the city is getting over salacious news. Be inconceivable back in the Central East. I'm glad my son is at Sunday school at least so he isn't exposed to any of this. I really don't want our son hearing such lowbrow talk from other people. It just wouldn't be good for him. Makes sense. Yo, it's my boy, Kageyoshi. Meow. It's kind of weird that Kageyoshi gets like, not generic voice, but it seems to actually be voiced by a person. It makes me feel like they're gonna serve another role down the line.
That's interesting. Not used to seeing him hang out by the window all that much. Haha. Indeed, he does. Though cats can be such fickle creatures by nature, as I'm sure you all know. Nevertheless, seeing him in such high spirits always puts me in a good mood as well. I'm happy when he's happy.
Now. Whoa, did Judith Lancer and Maxim Logan really? Really? No, what am I doing? I can't be bothering customers like this. They're here to relax. Maybe I'll buy a copy of BuzzRider on my way home, though. Man, this gossip is going crazy.
Can't be easy being famous. I couldn't say whether or not that article has any merit. However, what I can say is that when Judith visited our cafe some time ago, she was pleasant to serve. A perfectly normal woman. Fame certainly has a way of making a victim of one's own success. It's unfortunate it wouldn't mean someone can't carry on a normal life, however. Truly. For real, no cap.
What the hell? Did I see someone here? No, maybe not. I don't fucking know. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh, is it? Oh, it's probably the guy from Erebonia. Shakad.
The paparazzi are saying Judith Lanster and Maxim Lugan are a thing, huh? Give me a break. When you've been in the entertainment business as long as I have, you develop a pretty good instinct for what's legit and what's total crap. It doesn't always take someone like me. Anyone who's been following both of their careers will tell you that them getting together is a stretch. thing about entertainment is you're selling your name and reputation. Unfortunately, some people make their money by misusing it. Make sense? Entertainment's a dirty industry. You're selling people's names, and where do we get down to it? Pretty rich from a fashion scout, I know. The problem is, once there's a value to their name and face, people can take them and come up with whatever crap they like to make a mirror. To put it another way, gossip rags like BuzzReader are dependent on the subject's notoriety. It's the only way they make a living.
Indeed. Always Giselle here, no matter what. Hold on, I want to try looking for someone real quick. Phew, I finally finished reading my copy of Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators. I feel so strange. Why do I have the sense of loss now that's all over? I wonder if they're going to put out a new edition sometime. I need to contact the publisher and find out. No, I get that. All the normies are getting up in arms about some scandal going on, but me? All I care about are crimes. The bigger, the better. I wonder if they're gonna put out a new edition of Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators sometime. I should contact the publisher about it, yada yada. No, I get that though. Whenever I finish like a game or like a anime or something, games in particular, more so. With anime, I'm usually just like, damn, what a good series, and then I just kind of move on and watch something else. With games though, I sit there and I get like this sense of loss and like damn, I wish I could have more. Oh, Sophie's talking to Julian. It's a hungry world. They're gonna eat you alive someday. Good to see you're doing great, Julian. Sounds like things are going well over at RMS too. Yep, I see you haven't changed a bit either. I know you're always busy, but I hope you have time to coach me again sometime soon. That'd be really great. Sure, I can do that. Can't really say no when it's you. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, Lahad, Albus, and Regina to join us. Make it a whole get-together. That sounds less like a get-together and more like a recipe for an incident, if you ask me. Not to change the subject, but you two know each other? I didn't realize that. Yep, he goes to Thor's military academy. Oh, shit, he's from Thor's? I mean, I guess that makes sense if he's from the Empire, but damn. He's a member of Class 7 there, to be exact, just like I was. What the fuck? Yo, casual drop that my goat Julian is the new Class 7 or something? She went before I attended, but she and the other members have still done so much for me. Since the fuck when? I wouldn't be the man I am today without all the guidance of my awesome instructor and the other graduates. Wow, that's amazing. When you say instructor, you don't happen to meet... Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sure he does mean the big hero of the war. This kid just gets more and more interesting the longer we talk to him. Dude, fucking Reen mention? This is the first mention of Reen in the entire game. Holy shit. Wow. I think... because we've technically got a mention of Lloyd because of when Risha showed up or something like that, saying that she has a thing for someone back in Crossbow. We haven't heard mention of Estelle. We haven't heard mention of Kevin. We haven't heard mention of Rufus. Yeah. Wow. First time mentioning Reen. Awesome instructor. Yeah, so he's... okay, so he is from the branch campus in particular, then. Instructor, you don't happen to mean... yeah. Yeah, it has to be Reen. I mean, it's obvious that it's Reen, but I'm saying it has to be the branch campus. Because they made it sound like he goes to Thor's military academy, but they didn't mention the branch campus in particular. Damn, Van... I mean, okay... I can't make it sound like it's a big deal. Van would know Reen. Everyone knows Reen. He's a fucking big-ass deal. That guy's like a legend. I know I'm not one to talk, but it's safe to say everybody who comes at a Class 7 is unique, to say the least. Anyway, I'm sure we'll run into each other a lot while you're here. If anything comes up, feel free to hit me up. I'll be happy to listen. Alright, I will. Thanks, Fee. Good to see you. Wow. Wow, Class 7 talk is not what I expected to get up here. Holy shit. Also, yeah, everyone is kind of unique in Class 7 to some degree or another. Dude, I can't wait to see the members of Class 7 again, besides Fee. Seeing them, I mean, I assume it's going to be very, like, a trickle over the games, but seeing them bit by bit is going to be so freaking cool. A lot of them are going to be fun to see. Reen in particular, whenever that guy comes back, oh man. I think I'm mostly excited to see the members of New Class 7 again. I want to see Altina and Ash in particular.
I really owe a lot to the older members of Class 7, especially Fee.
Dude, this shit's probably just sounds like... There's people out there in this world that have not played the Cold Steel games before Daybreak, and that thought terrifies me, man.
She gave me a ton of useful advice when I first came to the Republic to study abroad. Instructor Reed! Woo! Pushed me to come too. I wouldn't be here without him. All the more reason for me to succeed so I don't let people like him down.
Did my mic just get clearer from me yelling into it? It feels clearer. Weird. Holy shit, let me go back actually. Hold up. Pushed me to come too, wouldn't be here without him. Holy fuck. Shoutouts to my goat, shoutouts to Reen. Like, I don't know what the general consensus is on Reen, but after spending so many games with that guy, I think he's in like my top 3 characters in the entire series. I love that dude, he's so awesome. I've got a soft spot for Julian since we come from the same school and all, so I suppose I can give him a little coaching. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, Lahad, Albus, and Regina to join me. Make it a whole get-together. Wow. Reen mentioned, Class 7 mentioned. We are fucking living out here, man.
Anyway, my sister cares about what happened with Judah Lanster. I'm worried one of the editors is going to ask me to write up a story about that, and I really, really don't want that to happen. At some point, everybody at the company is taken to calling me Super Gopher, and I want them to stop that already. Ugh.
Sorry about that, Super Golfer. I almost said, I put an L in there. I think I said golfer instead of gopher. Up in Basel the other day caused me some troubles. Convicts of Parliaments have refused to speak with me recently. CID has likely been pressuring them to keep quiet. Probably isn't just them. A lot of red flags about all that between Professor Cronkite being reassigned and Vern's bound of directors being shaken up. Huh, interesting. Alright. Talk to you. Marielle's got the day off today. She said she was going out to lunch with somebody. Wait a minute. Could be who I think it is. Oh, I'm crossing all my fingers and toes for her. Go get him, girl. Oh my god. Yo, receptionist Rihanna? She's kind of based? She already knows. She knows the deets. She knows what's up.
How about some popcorn, huh?
Oh my god. This guy's a voice line? Did he always have that? Welcome to... Damn it, I choked on some popcorn and my throat still hurts. You're eating your own product, bro? Sorry about that, but who wouldn't choke after hearing such a big scandal? I guess so. How about? Love is a lot like sweets when you think about it. Comes in all kinds of different shapes and flavors. Take Judith and Maxim, or Maxith as people call them. Oh god, they have a ship name? Ew! Oh, nah, bro. That's rancid. Ew, not a fucking ship name. Dude, that is... If that's anyone's OTP, I need to kill them. On the outside, they may look like a real sweet, lovey-dovey sort of couple. But you can't just make a good sweet by piling sugar on top of more sugar. And my gut tells me that's exactly what those two have going on. It might give you a straight sugar rush at first. But sooner or later, you'll get tired of it and it'll come crashing down with a nasty stomachache. Yo, she kind of spitting bars. Holy crap, holy moly cannoli. Can I not? I was gonna say, I better talk to Chino. Turns out these two are Agnes's classmates. They mentioned that they enjoyed visiting cafes, so today I'm doing something a little different and serving up cappuccinos for a change of pace. I can only imagine how busy student council work you must get. Hopefully they're able to relax and unwind a little bit here. Oh, I'm sure they will. Nothing beats your place when it comes to that. Take good care of them for me, alright, Chino? Absolutely. I promise they'll get my absolute best service and then some. Awesome.
Hey, Agnes.
What is it?
Never mind. It's nothing. Glad to see your work's, going well. Stay safe out there, alright? Am I seeing things, or is this kid starting to change his tune?
Yes. Ian and I had a bit of a talk after our trip to Basel. You should fully understand now that I'm proud to be working with you, and that nobody's forcing me to do so. Oh, I didn't know you told him that, but still.
There's always a chance something could still happen to Anyas. I need to be ready to protect her at a moment's notice. I, don't know if that talk was all that effective, Anyas.
Sure it was. He just needs a little more time to accept it, that's all.
When I agreed to tag along with Odetta on her cafe hopping trip, I didn't expect to end up at a place like this. It's pretty calm and relaxing, I'll admit. Definitely a good place to do some thinking. Hey, listen, Anyas, just try to stay out of danger, alright? If you run into any problems, you can always come talk to us. You know that, right?
He's kind of a weirdo, but he means well. I finally found the roaming cafe that everyone's been talking about. I love me a good cafe, so when I heard about it, I knew I had to come see it. Turns out it's just as nice as everyone says. The drinks are to die for. Sounds like it was worth the trip. I'm happy for you, Odette. I can tell you're busy with work right now, but don't forget to take a break yourself when you can. Aye, aye. This is a cute little place. Also, Shino's drinks are killer. I love it here. Albert doesn't seem to be having as much fun, though. I think I'll give him some space. Our student council work has us real busy, so I was hoping he could take this chance to rest and relax. Who knows? Who knows? Great news! We've decided to open 2 new oh my god, I don't think I've had to pronounce the name of this place. Kayun branches. We bought 2 properties: a building in Messeldam that emptied out after terror threats, and an Anchorville storefront that got damaged last month. You can be sure we'll be making them special places to visit.
Yeah. Get that smug look off your face. Those ventures of yours sound about as virtuous as Aaron.
So why open stores in those places? Are you trying to keep an eye on Almada? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm only trying to spread the joy of authentic Eastern cuisine to more places. Mind you, the plan isn't set in stone. We got the properties for cheap, but depending on their condition, we might reconsider. After all, our organization is nothing if not flexible. We're good at thinking on our feet. Interesting. Very much interested, exploring, but just have to see. Hi. Who knows, maybe we'll see it one day. Okay.
Something fishy about that whole scandal.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, talking about gotta report this to the elders and all that. Waitress. Miss Mal complimented me today. She said I'm doing a good job studying everything I need to know for this job. Can't work here unless you know your stuff, so I really hit the books when I was hired. Am I supposed to be a good server unless I know the history behind our dishes and what makes each of them so special? Never know when the knowledge might come in handy on the job. Gotta really keep on cooking. Keep on keeping on. Originated elsewhere. Lawnport, came from the Far East originally. Yep. Wabi Sabi. Interesting. Alright, well that's all for there. Now I just got one little other place. Why, hello there.
I've had a handful of chances to talk to Judith Lanster, including when she came to our theater to promote Golden Blood. Though I may not know her well, it saddens me to see her go through such a tremendous scandal. I suppose these moments come with fame such as hers. It's becoming quite the headache for us, too. We now have people inquiring about the matter to us. Putting all of that nonsense aside, this week's top recommendation has to, without a doubt, be Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution. It's a biography about Sheena Dirk.
Oh, with Nina too? Centerpiece of attention. Objecting to a person of Eastern heritage playing such a role. Looks over at the guy sitting over there.
Say she was born for the part.
God, this guy is one of the funniest NPCs. He's just a hater. He's a critic and a hater. Wow, she's pretty. Big shocker. A lot of grown-ups are recommending Machine Boots to kids. But they wouldn't be saying that if they saw it for themselves. Did something happen to Judith Lanster? Why is everyone talking about her? Someone said she's making love, but I don't know what that means. I heard she does that in Golden Blood Director's Cuts. Maybe that's what it is?
Very well.
You probably shouldn't hear any more about that, child. Probably stay in your own little corner. Alright, well, the last NPC of all of our... Actually, not all of our rounds. There's like one person in the bookstore. But the last probably important one...
Young'uns won't stop yammering on about that scandal Judith Lanster found herself in. An actor's job is to act out stories, not to be a paradigm of of morality. I had it right the first time. But young people these days want them to be as pure as the driven snow. I can't understand it. As if that weren't bad enough, I hear there are entertainers called idols that sell themselves on that exact hogwash. How embarrassing.
He almost sounded like a decent person in the first half of that. And then he put out that little bit at the end. This guy is a piece of work. But he's certainly a memorable one. I will always remember you, Mr. Toki. Toki no mi. There's a rumor going on about a particular actress. It's caused quite the stir around the city. I don't really know much about the situation. We do sometimes greet the actress in question. It's not as though we're acquainted with her. Can't say whether it's true or not. We just don't know any of the facts. Fair enough. Another note, we're showing Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution this week. Shocker, I know. The casting of Sheena Dirk was controversial when it was announced. Some weren't keen on an Eastern woman playing the lead role. But any doubts were firmly laid to rest in light of Nina Fenley's acclaimed performance. She immersed herself in that role so thoroughly. It's a little wonder she won Best Actress.
Hello.
What's playing right now? Perfect Driver 2. Fuck, I have to choose between these? I mean, I guess I could see both right now. I could see one of them now and then the other one later. Fuck. I might have to save. I might have to save, chat. What one do I want to see more?
Hello.
I feel like... Okay. They're both probably going to be going right. Here, what ones... Wait, I have the book. I can check which ones I've gotten. Perfect Driver 2 I've seen. Golden Blood Director's Cut. I like how I've gotten that, but not the regular one. Sober Curious. Peony Blade. This Side of Heaven. Did I say butts? No. Oh, no, it did say butts. It says butts heads. Okay, so I could do either of them, just not Perfect Drivers 2. Assuming I get one at nighttime too, then I assume Gloria's gonna stick around for a while if it's a big one, so maybe I should do Michi and Boots first. How many tickets do you want to buy?
Who should I invite?
Who should I bring for Michi? Hold up. I actually get points for this, don't I? Okay. I don't know. Just close my damn freaking eyes and just pick. Oh, wait. That doesn't work. I have to go like this and freaking dick around like this. Okay. I guess I can bring Katra. I can bring Katra. Let's just bring the boys, you know? So this will go swimmingly. Bring the boys to Michi. All right, this is gonna be funny as hell. I can't imagine what Aaron's gonna say about Michi. I feel like Catra's gonna be like, I don't know. Maybe he's gonna feel embarrassed watching it. Connor is a young boy born to a very poor family. After working themselves to the bone and saving money for their beloved son, his parents take him out on a trip to Crossbell. It was there that they bought him a plushie of the Independent States Marvel mascot, Michi. Through some mysterious magic, the Michi plush gains a mind of its own, allowing it to speak with Connor. Michi's sole dream is to wear clothing and live like a oh my fucking god, it's Pinocchio? That made me think I was watching Puss in Boots, but I'm watching Pinocchio. Connor, more than happy to be the wish bearer, promises to get Michi a full set of clothes. Michi grants his wish without a second thought. Connor gives Michi... Oh god, we're gonna get like a voice for Michi, aren't we, here? Pair of pants and some spare socks. Last thing needs is to become human with 2 lawn boots. On the cusp of realization, Connor thought, a very selfish thought. It's kind of convenient to have Michi around. What if I just don't? Tragic, Michi.
It worked just like you said. I won the C1 car model from the sweepstakes. You're the best, Michi.
What did I tell you, Connor?
I forgot
You're
about
my
this fucking
bestest
voice.
friend in the whole wide world. I'd do anything to see you smile.
Yeah.
So, how about getting me those marvelous boots now, huh?
I'm losing
then I
it.
can become a real human. We can go on walks and dance till the sun goes down.
Shut up. Just keep your mouth shut and grant me more wishes.
Hey, what the hell?
Meow.
Meow.
Sorry, buddy. I don't know if my monthly allowance can cover the cost of those boots. Just wait a little longer, okay? Here, let me get you some
the
socks to
hell?
hold you over.
So you're breaking your promise. I understand now.
What the fuck?
You're nothing more than a greedy piece of trash who's trying to get a wishy at the expense of Mishy.
He's riding as this
You're a
fire?
worthless human. What the fuck? I'd make a much better one than you.
Huh?
What the
Hey,
fuck?
what are you... Stop it! I thought we were the bestest for... Ah!
Mishy kills children? Not... What the fuck? No, I see why that kid was saying that. That's fucked up. What the hell? The kid died? Oh my god.
Damn, that movie sure went some crazy places by the end of it. I dig it. This shit was hilarious. Man, if I had a magic doll that could grant me wishes, you know what I'd ask it? Yes, I know exactly what you'd ask, you horn dog. Keep it to yourself, Warren Pub. I'd ask it to give me a room full of cowards, find us babes so we could all go off and wet each other's whistles, if you know what I mean. Now you're just trying to make a scene.
At first, I thought that Mishy was maybe something of an imaginary friend to the kid in that movie. But that's certainly not what you get by the end.
That thing wasn't out to set him straight so much as to get its revenge on him outright.
Yeah, can't really call it a friend by any definition. I guess when you get down to it, the story's not really about how amazing that Mishy doll is as much as it is the heart of the kid using him. Wow. That's fucking insane. Mishy killed a child! Dude, I thought Mishy was supposed to be chill, but no, he's a murderer. Mishy doesn't just kill, he murders children. Oh my god. Well, I get points for both of them. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Can't say I expected that. Yeah, we watched another movie, guys. Yippee!
Let's get out of here.
One place left to go. Might as well sprint on over.
Oh yeah, I should read up on that rumor that's been making the rounds.
Thank you for the reminder on that. Is that it?
Maybe I'll pick up a copy of Buzz Raider while I'm here.
Okay, just that. Madly in love right now, definitely. Man, why does everyone think they're like... I don't know, I guess they could just get like an interview from one of them and just say, no, it isn't the case, right? But, like, just say that you hate the fucker or something like that instead. I don't know, but maybe that would just cause a whole new problem. Run out of Buzz Raider copies, it's crazy. I'm feeling a little conflicted about it, given the unseemly reasons behind the increase in demand. Whoa, okay. When you buy this shit, the frickin' plot progresses. Let's save. I want to get some plot in before the day's over, so sure. Oh, I have to physically buy it. Whoops. Hell yeah. Let's read. Outside the bookstore.
Judith Lanster and Maxim the Red Comet madly in love, it says.
Wait, those two? Maxim as in Maxim Lugan. He's the Z1 champion, yes? I do recall both of them being single, but is it really worth people getting so worked up about it?
We're talking about two big celebrities possibly getting together here. That's reason enough to work people into a frenzy. But I think it's safe to say it's what's actually in the article that's got people talking.
Maxim Lugan has lovers in countless places. Word on the street is that he pays visits to these women while taking his road trips. We at Buzz Raider believe that Judith Lanster is one such mistress of his, tricked into becoming one after being fed lies by the race car driver. Okay, now I see what all the fuss is about. The sources for this article seem rather unreliable.
Agreed. It's hard to take this article seriously with material like this. All they've got to back up their claims is a single photo. The rest of it could absolutely be total made-up bullshit. Which, to be fair, is pretty par for the course for magazines like that, so no surprise there.
That's good to know. I can't say I'm otherwise in the habit of reading these sorts of publications often.
In any case, whether these two have gotten together or not is their business. It's not our place to comment on it.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
But if you ask me, I can't see someone like Grimcat hooking up with the likes of him. Though I wouldn't put it past her to have a whole harem of hot items hanging around her. Sure would be nice if fancy cars really brought that much sort of attention to a guy. I'll say that much.
Van, what's the matter?
Sorry, got lost in my own thoughts for a sec. Let's get moving. Oh, shoot, one sec.
Hello, hello. I hope
Hi.
I didn't catch you at a bad time.
Nah, you're good. What's up, Ramadi?
It's the man from
I
earlier.
have a little job for you. Interested?
Sure. Might take us a bit before we can tackle it, but you're free to run your request by us now if you want. Actually, this request comes from a regular of mine. He's in a spot of trouble, you see. He hoped he could discuss it with you personally. Would you be a dear and make time to meet with him? Want me to what now? Come on, man, I'm on a tight schedule here. But, what the hell. I do owe you one for the help in Tharbad, so I can at least hear him out. I'll swing by your place in a sec. That may pose a problem. This is a matter that requires discretion, and my establishment is subject to the prying eyes of the public. They've already picked out a more secluded venue, as it so happens. Could I trouble you to drive there instead? They'll give you a call once you're on the road. In the meantime, let me send you the meeting location.
Interesting.
Uh-oh, where's this? Oh, this is...
New district?
Good luck, my love! Hugs and kisses!
That man is, certainly a character, isn't he? He is, indeed. And he's highly capable as well. He's just as adept with handling information as he is with cocktails.
Won't argue with you there.
So, where are we headed now?
We're gonna drive along the capital's Third Belt Expressway. They chose an interesting spot to meet up. Pretty damn curious to see who our mystery client is.
Maybe it's... It's meeting up with him. Maybe it's Maxim? They've certainly gone to great lengths to conceal where they are and what they're doing. Well, anyway, I believe my training is nearly at an end. As soon as we're ready, let's make our way back to the office and pick up the car.
Sounds good to me. Wait, who made you the boss? Ugh. Kids these days.
Walter shows up out of nowhere and punches the shit out of Anne. Perhaps we should stop and resupply on our way to the office, then we can head out. Well, we should probably get the other two up to speed once we get back. Add it to the travel menu, cause the main story to advance. Awesome. Usually I'd probably end around here, but we haven't really gotten any big progress.
Off we go.
So I'm kind of tempted to just keep it strolling here. Give me one sec though.
Sounds like a fun drive, but once we head out, we're not going to be back for a good long while. Anything else I want to do?
Actually, I didn't save. Hold up. I'm stupid. Wait, why'd the music die out? Hello? Weird. I went in and out of that freaking thing and the audio's just gone. Odd. Oh well. Nero.
Hop on in.
On the expressway. Heading on Route 3. This is so exciting. Feels like we're in that spy movie we saw last month. You really liked that one, didn't you?
I'd make fun of you for being a kid about it, but this whole thing's got my interest too.
But just how do they plan to establish contact with us? My thoughts exactly. I assume it will involve the in-vehicle Zypha.
Huh? There they are. Wait, ain't that?
Oh, I knew it. Different car than before, though. Kind of a more cruddy looking one, and maybe that's kind of the point. Feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh, it's that smug-ass racer from a while back.
Maxim Lugan, the top Z1 race car driver. Also, I got it in one. Let's go. Yeah, that guy always seemed to be shooting himself in the foot. Fairy.
We're Arkwright Solutions. You the guy Bramani wanted us to meet?
That's right. Maxim Logan here. It's been a while, Spriggan.
That it has. Was waiting to see when you'd come into the limelight for the plot.
I'd like to ask you to do a job for me. Or, 4SPG, as I believe you call him. Now,
Would it be a problem if we kept this conversation completely off the record?
Interesting. Are we gonna pull somewhere, or was he just kind of being quirky with it to start the conversation on the road like that? I'm guessing so. Oh, or no, he's just following us and we're just chilling here now. Oh, that's cool. He put his in there.
Oh shit. Whoa! Oh, it's just a dog. Wait, is it?
It's a form of cutting-edge technology called an orbital drone. No need to be afraid. He won't bite.
If you say so. Monmart, is this a bistro? Looks so cozy.
It is. The food served here is wonderful, too. And we're lucky enough to get to eat here all the time.
It's no secret that holes in the wall like this tend to taste surprisingly good. I should blend in a lot more here than some luxury restaurants I usually frequent. Bro, he's about to get his neck snaps. Watch out!
Hey, hey! What you doing?
What you doing?
Actually pushed him?
There's nobody here.
Got you!
Oh, it's just a child. Just what on earth was that for?
I cannot say I ever expected Maxim and Yume to interact together. What an unexpected dynamic to ever exist.
She's the granddaughter of this bistro's owner. Go easy on him, Yums. He's technically a client.
Okay. But you should still take off your glasses. They make you look weird.
True. Damn.
Well, wasn't she a rude little thing?
Okay, wait a second. Dude, the framing of the camera, it made me think that Fairy's portrait was showing up for Maxim. But that's just her standing there. I thought that she's at like a good level where I thought that was her portrait or something. That was so funny.
I wouldn't be wearing these sunglasses if I had a choice in the matter.
Don't let it get to you.
You're the one who landed yourself in the situation, so you kinda did have a choice.
Perhaps we should make our way up to the office before we draw a crowd.
Ugh. Yeah, we'll hear your story up there.
Can we get some voice acting? That'd be nice.
I want you to help me find someone. Getting right to the point, huh? Tell us more. A woman, to be more specific. As you know, I'm single at the moment.
Sure.
However, there was one woman in the past I was very close to. We did break up after a while. But I later heard she gave birth to our child.
Holy shit. Oh, wow.
Buzz Raider wasn't kidding about you being a piece of shit, huh?
They do say that our heroes are often corrupt. I see there is some truth to that.
You're getting it all wrong.
Are we? I'm not sure we are.
At least let me explain how it all happened, please. It all began 8 years ago, back when I was 23. Z1 had just started to become a big thing, and I was a rookie racer who was struggling to make it into the big leagues. One day, I was in a major accident during one of my races and was badly injured.
Oh shit. Whoa. That's a cool CG. I kind of did want a, what am I trying to say? I needed a decent thumbnail, which is part of why I continued. Because we haven't really gotten anything like that today.
I was rushed to the hospital, and it was there we first met.
Also, I'm glad we get to hear this theme. It's always a good day when I get to hear this.
She devoted her whole being to helping me recover, and thanks to her tireless care and physical therapy, I did. It was a downright miracle. When the time came for me to be discharged from the hospital, I summoned the courage to tell her how I felt, and the two of us started dating. She was both a strong-willed and kind woman, and before I knew it, I was head over heels in love with her. After I'd begged her enough times, she agreed to live with me too. Just a little while after that, I finally returned to racing.
Wait, then why is... I'm guessing he ended up hopping from girl to girl for some reason, and now he just wants to get back with her because of this?
Thinking back, those were the happiest days of my life. Due in no small part to the support I got from her, I ended up winning my first post-recovery championship. Then I won the following championship, then the next one after that. Before I knew it, people were treating me like some kind of hero.
Ah, fuck. So that's how it went, eh?
Everyone wanted my attention. I went out partying one night after another. And, I'm not proud of it, but I had more than a few one-night stands with other women around that time, too. Then one day, she suddenly disappeared from my life, leaving only a single note behind. I was filled with regret for my actions, but I didn't know what to say to her. So I just wallowed in self-loathing and let her go.
Wow.
2 years later, I went to visit that same hospital where we first met for a regular checkup. And learned by pure chance that she'd left me. She'd learned she was pregnant and also left her job. I was so shocked that I tried to get a coworker she was close with to give me a way to contact her. But she wouldn't give me a drop of information no matter what I said. I pestered her enough that she told me she'd call the guild if I didn't stay away from her.
I think I'd do the same in her position too, honestly. You really are the worst.
Ugh.
Well, I certainly see why you can't ask the police for help with this. She chose to remove you from my life. Trying to chase it down now would mostly just be seen as stalking.
Yeah, if you went to the guild with this, you'd be in for a bad time. So that's why when this latest news hit, you decided to come to us. That's right. You might not believe me, but I've changed a lot since then. I do still go out partying, but I've always kept myself in check. I swear that on Adios's name. I've actually been using a lot of my free time over the past few years traveling around in hopes of finding her and our child. Make that 4 years, in fact.
Wow. That is quite a lot of time.
Ooh, wait a second!
No, I can't jump to conclusions. Surely it's not Paula and Humes, right? He says he's spent 4 years searching for them. That girl in the CG kind of reminded me of Paula. And we touched on the fact that at some point that Paula had some problem. Like she had a significant other at some point, then something went terribly. It is possible that it's her. There is a chance, and I don't know if this is a red herring, but that would make sense why we just got an introductory scene between Maxim and Humes, of all things.
Still, even if you aren't actually dating Lanster, it sure sounds like you were happy to get to know her a bit better, if you catch my drift.
That's what I was thinking.
She just asked me out for a meal and I accepted. Really, there wasn't anything more to it than that.
I don't know, he said some sus-ass things that night.
We'd never interacted much before that, so I didn't have a clue why she invited me. And I certainly had no intentions of crossing any lines with her. Besides, what man in my position wouldn't be at least a little tempted by such a beautiful woman if such a beautiful woman made a move on him?
And here comes the excuses. Well, at least he's being honest on this part. Well, kind of.
I bet Mira that if this ex of yours saw that Buzz Raider story, she'd start shaking her head. Ugh.
You know, I like that people aren't excusing this guy. Like, you know, he says some things that, like, it's kind of a believable story in a lot of ways, but that doesn't make him a good person.
You're right. Perhaps that should have been enough to sever the last sliver of hope remaining for me. If there was ever any hope at all. But as long as I still have a chance, please, I'm begging you. I need your help.
Sorry, I felt resistance on my left trigger, and I thought it was something weird, but I was like, no, they don't have the friggin' pressure stuff in this game.
Well, nothing I've heard so far tells me you didn't bring this all on yourself.
Not a bit of it, but I think it still qualifies as a 4S RPG based on Van's guidelines. Indeed, it's a request that can be taken to the Guild of the Police while still being within reason. Van.
So, what's her name? Do you have any photos of her?
Oh, please don't tell me.
Sorry, but I can't tell you her name just yet. I know you've saved me before, but I'm still not fully sure I can trust you. I don't want to cause any more trouble for her or our child than I already have.
Oh?
Not sure you should be making demands when you've got nowhere else to go.
Perhaps, though I do understand his intent. you can never be too careful. When are we gonna be what are we gonna be using to find them then? Well, at least want a photograph. That would give us some options in searching.
Unfortunately, I don't have any.
Yeah, this is basically just a roundabout thing to meet up with Paula, isn't it?
That's part of the reason why I've been reduced to wandering around searching for them myself. But it only occurred to me recently that there is one picture I took with her still in existence. I just don't have it. Before we moved in together, we went to Dirk Memorial Park on a date. While we were there, we participated in a special event in an area of the park that's now been closed off due to monsters. The picture's in a time capsule we buried in front of the memorial tree there. I want you to come and help me dig it up.
I can see why this is the frickin' intermission, because this is kind of a simple cut and dry thing.
This really does look like a nice little bistro.
The stew and the Hamburg steaks are my favorite.
The food they serve with alcohol isn't bad either. They know what pairs perfect with Baiju. Figures you'd go right for the hard drinks. You're making me want to stop by once we're done at the park. No, I can't. I just attract attention and cause them trouble.
You're worrying yourself over nothing if you ask me. They also do takeout if that's more to your liking. We can vouch for those too. Their sandwiches are always first rate. Oh man, the build up for this is awesome. Oh, this is I like this plot.
Work must be super busy for them, huh?
Yeah, this is very obvious setup.
Are they already off on another job?
Yeah.
Dude.
They drove off with some weird guy with blonde hair.
Oh my god. This just makes the fact that literally the second that they leave is when they show up. Oh my god.
You're so silly, Yume. Well, are you ready to go?
Yep. Yay! I get to go shopping with Mommy.
Yippee! Oh my god. They're really just teasing this to the extreme. It's really funny. It'd be super funny if it's a red herring too, but eh.
I'll tell you her name once we get the photo. Sorry, but that's the best way for me to make sure you guys are good in my book. Don't worry about it. That street might just go both ways. Huh?
If we get our hands on that photo, we might be able to use the net to really narrow things down. I'm sure Rosette would know the specifics more than me. Right. We should be able to search for the woman in question using city data and license information. There are a plethora of legal avenues we can take to identify her if we look hard enough.
Really now? How the times have changed. Just so you know, we're not going to cross any lines that aren't meant to be crossed. And even if we do locate her, there's a chance we might not tell you. What? Why not?
Well, this is just an example, but it's possible she might have gotten married. In this situation, telling you her contact info might be,
It'll come down to their situation and my judgment. And regardless of how things go, I'll be collecting payment. That's ridiculous. No, I suppose that makes perfect sense. I see. So she might have gotten married.
What, you really thought she'd still be single? Well, we kind of lucked out on that one, I guess. Thank God. That means that Aaron can't be a creep anymore if they get back together through some... I mean, Paula does seem like a really nice person. Actually, did I get her name right? I might have messed it up. Paulette. Sorry. Sorry, Paulette. Damn, I messed that up. I was close, but I was still off. She's as wonderful as you say. I'm sure she must have a lot of admirers.
Yeah, you're right. If anything, it'd make more sense for her to be married. Don't tell me I'm too late. We're just talking possibilities. Well, if that turns out to be the case, then I swear I'll give up then and there. And I will, of course, pay for your services. So please, help me.
It's interesting, because he obviously did sound like he was hitting on Judith down there, and it kind of sounded like he's a scumbag. But it probably does track that he's been looking for them for a long time. So I don't know what's to say. Maybe it was just a moment of weakness or something, which I can get that, I guess.
Alright, let's put together a plan.
Out to the park we go. Dirk Memorial Park. Back again. Back here at the front.
Well, if it isn't Arkwright Solutions, is at it again. Back on official business today? What can I say? Another day, another mirror. Basically, we need to get into the sealed off part of the forest to sort something out for our client. Think you can help us out? You must mean the forest. No matter how often we clear the monsters, they always have a way of reappearing. The closure was only ever intended to be temporary, but it's stayed like that for 5 years now. Regardless, I'm sure you guys will be fine. Go ahead and take this.
Damn, just giving us the key?
Much obliged. Make sure to give it back on the way out.
I don't believe you, Van.
Very smooth, ignoring the official part of the Ranger's question.
This doesn't feel very ethical to me. I don't get it. What's the big idea? What's the big deal?
You're as underhanded as ever. Oh well, at least now we can get in and retrieve that photo. Sure, if there's anything left of it to still be found, that is.
The sealed off forest in question appears to be on the left. We should make our way over.
And now accompanying the party.
Man, I do like that they make like this little portrait art for most of the guest characters and things. It's just nice. Pickup truck is parked here. Talk to you.
Catch a break. Feel like I always rep with someone when I see you.
Hate to mountain is pretty thick of monsters. Careful in there. Don't step out. Yada 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 yada. No one else to talk to. Can I check this again? Oh, well, I can check that. Interesting, though. It still says problems in Lawnlight or something for the chapter name, so I don't know what we're doing here. Whoa, this path is so pretty. The autumn leaves look beautiful. The cosmos seems to be at the peak, too. Yes, it almost feels like a waste to keep it sealed off. Spider.
Monsters? But there weren't any here 7 years ago. We're gonna have more than just those little ones to deal with, too. What?
Warning, warning. Large enemy presence detected.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
That must be where the monster that rules this area is. Van.
I was thinking the same thing. That might be a perfect chance.
If we must, we at least need to make sure we're ready first. What will you do, Mr. Lugan? I suspect it will be safe for you to wait here at the entrance.
I could never do that. This memory means the world to me. I can't just leave it to you to recover it. I'm confident in my reflexes and agility, if nothing else. So please, let me come with you. Works for me. I think you'll be fine. Just keep hold of this for me, would you? Oh, a shovel? The shovel for digging up the capsule. Okay, sure. Use it if you gotta defend yourself, but don't be reckless. Stay behind us.
It's just a precaution, though. Leave all the monsters to us. That's actually kind of cool. Just give the dude a freaking weapon of self-defense. Let him...
That hits the spot.
He freaking rocket jumps and just ends up hitting the thing.
This place is just how I remember it.
Wow.
They call this area Sunstream Grove. Jim and I used to go on strolls here.
Run down, though, in 7 years, that's for sure. That's actually really nice that he gets a little bit of a tidbit there. Well, we've got a lot of ground to cover. I think this is a good place to end things off. I'd say we made a decent amount of progress. We got all our NPCs out the way. We talked to everyone around the city. We got some plot going with Maxim, which I'm interested in. I think they're probably going to turn this guy around, and I'm kind of interested to see where it goes. I don't know if he'll end up getting back with Paulette. This is just assuming that it's not a red herring. I don't know if they're going to end up getting back together, if it's going to take time to mend their relationship. If it does take time to mend the relationship, that would be a cool thing to do, like, over the course of a few games or something like that. And then there's also... It'll be interesting to see how Victor reacts to that type of stuff. He's going to be, like, really pissed off at him. And then, of course, there's Yums.
Well...
Yum's going to realize she has, like, a deadbeat dad and be like, you stink, you're smelly, or something like that. Anyways, yeah, made a lot of progress here. I don't know how far we are into this, considering it's supposed to be an intermission, but it almost feels like because it's an intermission, we shouldn't have much else going on after this. But apparently there's still stuff in Lonlai by the name of the chapter. Because it's called, okay, well, it doesn't say it here, but you get the point. So, yeah. Next time on Trails Through Daybreak, we'll make it through and push to the end of this. And see where we end up going. Maybe it won't end up being Paulette, but somehow I feel like it's gearing up towards that at least. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Adios, ciao, and bye-bye. Signing off until next time. Ja matane.